Oh shit, is it live? Of course I come in cursing. It's just terrible. I really need to. All right, we live, guys. Hey, hey. We all trolls in here. What's going on, Glib? I'm gonna give it a little minute. I was calling myself trying to find a song to play, but then I thought about it like, do I really want to get struck? Then I really thought about it like, am I gonna get struck? Like it's my first time back. Anybody thinking about that? Anybody thinking about striking this music? Except for Universal and Atlantic and 1501. I'm gonna give it a little minute, let at least 2-3 people come in. If not, then I'm just gonna start talking to myself and y'all can watch the recap, which is just as fine for me. All right. All right. Let's do it. Let's find. Oh, perhaps not playing B. That'll definitely get me struck. I hope everybody is having a wonderful and fantastic Friday. What's going on, QST? Baby girl, have you been keeping up with the Meg Thee Stallion story with Tori? I'm going to try to be as non-biased as I can with the facts of the story because I have my feelings about the story as it is. What's going on, Mutt? Go ahead and share it out. We about to have a real discussion because there are several problems with this story that I see that are directly tied to things that people deal with on a regular basis. And I would love to just touch on it. So for starters, nobody's new here, but go ahead and give me a thumbs up real quick. And if you like what we begin to talk about as we're talking about it again, share it out. Make sure everybody gets it. That helps the algorithm and lets everybody know that I'm live, I'm back, I'm here. And, we're doing things. I hope everybody is having an amazing Friday. Like I was saying, what's up, Glib? It's snowing out here in Chicago, which is terrible. I hate it, but I love it. It's just that time of year. It's Christmas time. I'm excited about Christmas. Everybody should be excited about Christmas. Everybody should be ready to do Christmas. Anyway, so we're going to try to talk about several things today. I have come across so much stuff on Twitter these past couple of days. I know Akademiks and Saucy Santana had got into it, and that's a purr. That's a purr. I'm definitely, intrigued because I think Saucy Santana will put them paws on that man. I think the paws will turn into claws eventually. But yeah, I think Saucy is large and fast. And I don't think that he needs to be played with on that level when it comes to DJ Akademiks. I don't know DJ Akademiks to do much but sit and talk. Everybody seems to think that, having weaponry makes you some sort of stronger or whatever, but they were talking about fist fighting. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen with the paws and see who's getting it. It's snow out here. It's snow out here on the south side. You had a pre-Christmas with your granddaughters. Aww. Shout out to all the grandmas. Yes, like that's cute. I love it. You're going to have to share some pictures or something. Hit me up in the inbox. Share some pictures. Let's see what was going on and what was happening. That's cute. Outside of Akademiks, we have this whole Trump trading card thing. I don't even know if I want to touch on that in this live because I feel like that deserves its own separate live. I feel like that's a key. I don't know if you guys have seen these NFTs. They're not even real trading cards. They NFT. And people went to jail for this man. People put they life, they livelihood, they monies, they donations, they time, they energy into this man, and they are out here waiting on America to be saved. And that man said he had a big announcement. Hey, Joker. Hey, Wreckage. The return, baby. It's time to let this it's stuff going on. I hope you stick around because I would love to hear your opinion on the Meg and Tory story. Right now, I'm just rambling through a couple of things, letting a few more people step in, say their piece, and so I'm just rambling on a couple of other stories that I saw that just had me like, what? Like NFTs? Like man say he had a big announcement that he already announced he was running in 2024. He's already lost the midterms. Like they lost, and that's that. And he endorsed quite a few people. He endorsed enough people for them to have taken over the Senate and whatnot, what have you. But yeah, in that same regard, like half of it of Georgia voted for Herschel Walker. So that's a whole other acid trip of like history that I lived through. I don't know if you guys were on this same acid trip, but this is like 2020 through 2022 has been like, it's been like the fentanyl of your life's timeline. I've lived through some of these events, and I'm going to be ashamed to tell my grandchildren that these things have ever happened. I'm going to be ashamed to tell my grandchildren that less than one term out of office, the former president was so broke that he was selling NFT cards for $100. And I kind of low-key think it's a money laundering scheme. That's why they're $100, but that's neither here nor there because that's a conspiracy theory, and we try not to touch on those things here. It's cute to discuss in private, but that's not something that I like to dabble in and fight with the public about, because the people who believe it. And I'm not quite there. I'm not quite convinced on any of these conspiracy theories. Right now, I'm just running through them. So Herschel Walker. Half of Georgia, 40, 48, 49 odd some percent, half of the Georgians that are eligible to vote, that went out and voted for Herschel Walker, who I am sure has a head injury. I am positive this man has a head injury. And that's not a knock at anybody. That's not an ableist statement. That is an observation. I am 100% certain this man has some sort of head injury or something to that effect. Somebody needs to check the werewolf vampire in him. And then the rest of Georgia, because I'm ashamed of you, Georgia. Warnock had to win 8 times because he was a good, solid black man. And that's terrible. That's terrible. Like, before I even get into Meg, I do want to take a minute, because Herschel Walker is like the embodiment of what is supposed to be represented in a Christian neo whatever, nuclear family, whatever, man walks poodles in his part-time pastor, actually lives the pastor life. There's been no scandals brought out. There's been no accusations. There's been none of that. And there was a tug of war with evangelical Christians and black Christians on whether or not to choose Raphael Warnock, who is scandal-free, and Herschel Walker, who wants to be a werewolf because they can kill vampires. I am ashamed at the women that allowed him to procreate with them, but that's a whole other story. Because, when it comes to love, you can't help who you love, and I try not to judge because you can't help who you love. But my lamb. And I am ashamed. You guys are gonna, the fact that Gen Z had to come out and save the nation, as much as y'all hate wokeism, the fact that people were going to let this lunatic, this pathological liar, like worse than Trump on the pathological liar scale, like debunked, lives his life, sleep, because why he's in debunk, he's debunked. That's what we should be calling him, Herschel Debunked Walker. Okay, nothing, the man, not even the man's educational background was accurate. Everything this man has said out of his mouth has been debunked in real time. And there was a split between him and a pastor that is scandal free. The shame that I share for you people that call yourselves adults. This is there's shame. I wear the shame. I am afraid to go to another country because I sound the fuck American. Okay? I sound American when I'm trying to be polite. I sound American when I'm being proper. I sound American when I'm being ghetto and ratchet and talking my shit, popping my and getting my on. I'm American as apple pie and chitlins. Damn it. I'm as American as sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie at the same damn table with a dry ass turkey and ham with the pineapples and the 7-Up in it. Okay. So I know people are either waiting on me to pull out a gun, because Americans, this has nothing to do with class. This has everything to do with America and the problem that we have with guns, which is going to segue me into Meg Tory. Okay. The problem that we have with guns is that everybody expects Americans to be aggressive because globally, we have a problem with guns. So everybody expects for Americans to be ignorant and violent because those are the type of people that have a problem with guns. Like, they're ignorant and, violent. And so there's a whole lot that comes attached with the image that we portray outwardly to, like, while we're fighting with each other, people are looking at us, and people forget that. Like, they forget that everything we do is not necessarily being scrutinized, but it's being documented. We are living through the testament of history. And so I bear shame because there was a fight between the pastor and Herschel Walker with the 19 abortions and the 16 left kids, the walking stereotype. Oh my God, this man is a walking fantastical, egotistical thoughts. Like, the man wants to be a werewolf because they kill vampires. It's like literally, hey Jola, literally the only reason that he wanted to be a werewolf. Like, he's lied about jobs he's had, and there's a tug of war at the ballot box between this man and a scandal-free. I have to keep saying scandal-free pastors because there are not a lot of those. There are definitely not a lot of those that are willing to run in public office. Particularly those who run under nonprofits, because there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. And if you receive 501c3, you're not supposed to be affiliated with any type of party, XYZ, which is why no matter what type of president, Republican or Democrat is in the office, the Black Caucus goes and visits and discusses with them what they're looking for and what they want to see, blase, skippy, blah, 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 blah. This is why that happens. They're supposed to be able to go talk to everybody. They're not supposed to be politically affiliated because they take their money from the government non-biasly and non-partisan. So there are not a lot of men who have devoted their life to the cloth, to the word of God, maintained a scandal-free lifestyle for as long as Raphael has, and has decided to utilize his love for the people and put it into public office to gain results for a multitude of people. I struggle with this country. I love this place, but I struggle with this country sometimes. I wouldn't rather be somewhere where they're beating women because they're not walking with men. But I struggle with this place. This place is not necessarily the safest, the most intelligent, it's not the brightest country in the crayon box of countries right now. And so yeah, there's that. And they pick somebody who less than a year, less than one term out of his office is selling $100 NFT, poorly photoshopped, by the way. I wish I could share my screen with you guys, but apparently I set my live up for the wrong time zone, and I'm early to me, but I'm apparently a half an hour late to you guys. So I was setting up the broadcaster and kind of getting some things together and was not able to do so by the time the live was supposed to be started. So I cannot share screen with you guys and give you any receipts. This is really just going to be me and you guys in the comments bantering back and forth with what we have going on as far as these stories are concerned. So, however you feel about these NFT cards, I know there are quite a few people who are what we like to call Gen Sixers who put their life on the line for the president that are definitely regretting the fact that they are going to jail. They're not going to evade the law. There's none of that. They are going to jail, in fact. All right, this just in. Clink, clink. They're going to jail. And they're upset about these damn cards because you didn't give out no pardons. You didn't try to get no special care. You didn't send a care package. You ain't put no money on no commissary. And you out here selling NFT cards. How about this will make a wonderful gift? Hurry up and get them. You can't even put that in a stocking. What type of gift? Who did this man think he was talking to? Talking about, hey, Flower Bloom, what's going on, boo? You said, listen, I'm not going to say that word, but wreckage. I think you're right. I'm not going to put that up there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put this one in here, though. Oh, I can't pin it? You can only star it. What star in the comment? I don't know what that does. You guys tell me what that does. So, yeah, there's going to jail. A clink, clink. A clink, clink. Yeah, see, they didn't mind the jails being overcrowded when the Black community was complaining about it, did they? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. They didn't care about us protesting about the sanitary conditions of these prisons, did they? No. When the POCs, the Hispanics, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, whatever, whoever, however you identify with them, when they were complaining about the conditions of the prisons and the places where they were being held, you know, these unsanitary, inhumane conditions, it was fine. Leave them be. They'll live. They've dealt with worse. There were all kinds of excuses. Nobody gave a bleep. Where is my bell? My damn shame bell. Nobody gave us at all, did they? Did they, people? I don't know. It was all fun and games. There's no such thing as second-class citizens. You do the crime, you do the time. If they don't want to be in jail, then they probably shouldn't have done what they did. And looky here. Sedition's a crime. Bet you didn't know that. And I bet you didn't know that. The shame bell. You're right. Cause shame on them. In my Tyrese voice, shame on them. Sedition is a crime. So guess who's gonna get to experience those lovely, wonderful, inhumane conditions that they decided they didn't feel the need to be humane about? You know, it pays to be a humanitarian, you know. Pays to have a little bit of compassion and some humanity. Because Bobby Light say one thing about those tables. They turn, honey. They turn. They love a little treason with their freedoms that they about to have taken away. Fought for freedom to get locked up. Come on, for the irony and the karma that the universe has bestowed upon. I got to live through this part of history. I got to watch I got to watch Around, Find Out. Okay, I got to watch a whole cluster of people going around and find out. Okay, expeditiously, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It's wonderful. It's these tears. Cause see, these rural people, the people that actually went out there that had the cojones to fight with the Capitol Police officers. See, those weren't billionaires and millionaires. No. These are people who need gluten-free diet. These are people with asthma. These are people who are not necessarily well apt to deal with the population of criminal, the type of criminal that will be heavily populated in the spaces that they're about to occupy. Yeah, you was 10 toes down when it was 100 of y'all and weapons and poles and help on hold. Y'all, ooh, tough guys, man. But some of y'all was kind of racist and y'all really, had a thing for the prison system in the wrong way, and you're I wish I had some sound effects. I'd play the damn disconnect when you call somebody and they phone off. Do. The caller you're trying to reach cannot be reached at this time. They out here waiting for dead president's kids to come back, and Trump out here selling NFT cards, and the people who went to the Capitol to fight for him and smear their feces all over the wall are disappointed at the fact that they're getting ready to go to jail. And I'm not thirsty, I'll tell you that. There's plenty of MAGA tears to go around if you need something to drink. Have yourself a cup of MAGA tears. Because they're quite the delicious. Yeah. You can get them in sweet. You can get them in savory. You know what? They're always going to be a little uneducated, undereducated, a little undereducated. Maybe I shouldn't say uneducated, a little undereducated. They prefer not to do a lot of researches. So yeah. If it's raining MAGA tears, catch them with this mug. Listen, I gotta have mine on subscribe and save with Amazon Prime. They're still playing 5D chess with Trump cards. He said it's a culmination of his life, the things that he's done in his life and accomplishments that he had. And people on Twitter like, when was he an astronaut? Astronaut today. Astronaut this lifetime. But enough about Trump, because that was funny. That was a little too funny for me. Enough about Trump. I want to move on to this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation that is setting the social media streets ablaze. This is your Ratchet TV news. Today is day 5 of the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Well, actually, it's not even Megan Thee Stallion. I have to take that back. Thank God this is live, because if I was recording this, I'd be doing this for hours. We're not going to do that. Over the course of the last 4 days, Tory Lanez has been on trial with the state of California for several different charges in relations to the assault and illegal possession of the firearm for the incident that we all are aware of from 2020 with himself, Kelsey, and Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not going to be using anybody's real names and last names because, like I said, I didn't really quite get the chance to set up all of my receipts, and you can't see them anyway, so there is no need to be more professional than the anchor voice. You guys go ahead and take this with you as you will. I have been following this case a little, pretty closely because, as I said before, it contains a lot of different social components that we all have either seen happen or have experienced ourselves as it relates to the African American community, domestic violence, social shaming, body shaming, sex shaming, just Napoleon complexes, just alcoholism, a lot of different components that we have all seen or experienced in one way or another, and they have culminated into an explosion that has inevitably been, I want to say portrayed, but that's not the word. It's been produced to us because it's happened. As it's gone so far as a Black woman being shot. Megan Thee Stallion was shot. It's irrefutable. Nobody is denying it. The defense is not denying it. Prosecution is not trying to prove it. Surgeons have gone on the stand to discuss it and to explain what type of surgery it was, how long the surgery has happened. They have brought x-rays out. So the discussion of whether or not Megan Thee Stallion has been shot is no longer on the table. There was a narrative going around for the last 2 years of whether or not she knew she'd gotten shot, if she got shot, what it was supposed to look like, if she got shot, how she was supposed to be behaving days later, and if she got shot, this, they don't. And people are still to this day, even with the evidence being proven, even with the documents showing that the bullet fragments were pulled from her feet, that they're still debating whether or not she has been shot. Yes, Joker. Yes, the Black man versus the Black women fights are extremely taxing. It would be nice if they would culminate in conversations that gave results. However, there has not been enough healing for things that don't even, that didn't come from us. The amount of work that was put into getting us into this position is taxing. And, for what it's worth, a lot of it worked and we're here. So fighting something that has been designed essentially is a very taxing work. The conversation is necessary. However, the lack of healing makes it nearly impossible to have these conversations without one group or the other feeling attacked. With that being said, the inevitable reactions and some of the things that they just stick to us because of the things that we've gone through as a people can create for not only toxic situations, but violent situations. And when you get into a violent situation, it's very uncomfortable to be in a position where we're holding everybody else accountable for being violent towards us and not us holding each other accountable for being violent towards us, and how much damage it causes for us to hold each other accountable, and the type of unrest it is to hold each other accountable. Right. Conspiracy theories do not need evidence. They just need questions. Yes. Flower Bloom. Yes. This case is beyond a circus, but it is everything that it was designed to be. It's designed for us to be sitting around getting drunk. It's designed for us to be, because liquor is a depressant. It does put you in a mind to be aggressive. It does put you in a mind to be defensive. It does put you in a mind to be depressed, sad, So get drunk. There's always going to be some nonsense going on. And there are a lot of things about this case that make me extremely uncomfortable about the state that we're in. Oh, it's a lot of backpedaling, but we're going to get to that because all of that stuff has a reason behind it for who's backpedaling, when they backpedal, why they backpedal. Everybody has lied in this case so far from the top down. I cannot say with certainty that Megan lied about her dealings with Tory, because it's a loaded question. Like, if you're saying, did she has she ever slept with him before? That's not something that I would know. My question as far as whether or not she has slept with him is, and this is specifically for the ladies, okay? Kelsey says that she does not know or did not know that Megan had slept with Tory until they got into the van to leave. However, Kelsey also says that she noticed that Megan was jealous of Tory flirting with Kylie. Kelsey never mentions any of that being weird to her. Kelsey was not weirded out behind Megan being upset about the situation with Tory and Kylie. And Kelsey was also not upset at Tory for flirting with Kylie. So were you sleeping with him? Were you his girlfriend? Are y'all together? What? Kelsey's not even the one that invited him to the party. Megan is. Excuse me. Sorry. Kelsey is saying that she was sleeping with Tory before the quarantine. Then she went on quarantine and she came back around. So if she came back around and her and Tory was not together, then I don't understand where the discussion that night would be so upsetting that she would grab Tory's gun and shoot Megan with it. In addition to that, there is the evidence of the text messages from Kelsey. And I like to remind people that Kelsey sent these text messages without having any thought behind whether or not other people were going to see it. Kelsey did not intend on having her text messages used for evidence when she sent them, which is why her testimony now is she doesn't remember. And that is, she's trying to get out of perjury by saying that, but you can't not remember. You can't remember Megan's face and how she felt when she was storming out of Kylie's house, the exact sentence that she said to you when she got out of Kylie's house, but you don't remember anything else. There's video footage of Kelsey looking directly at Megan while her feet were bleeding and asking her if she was okay. And that girl got on that stand and said, I don't remember nobody bleeding. I don't know if anybody was bleeding. I don't know. I don't remember. But she remember passing out, waking up. She remember what everybody was doing in the pool. She remember being offered $1 million later. She don't remember the fight though. She remembers nothing that occurred that could incriminate Tory. And so that disturbs me. And what also disturbs me about that is that she did a deposition, or they're saying interview, but I would love to find out if that's actually a deposition, if they took a deposition for her, and if whether or not it was under oath, which is why they're trying to use it as evidence. They also want to show that she was not under any duress at the time of the interview. But the interview was only 3 months ago, girl. That she was very matter of fact in the tape, allegedly, because I'm not at the trial, so this is from what I'm following. Allegedly, she was very matter of fact in the tapes in September, and so you remembered for the whole 2 years, all the way up until September. You've already had your baby, you've been married, and you still remembered. You remembered enough to have your lies conveniently fit the evidence. Your lies fit the evidence. Let's add that in there. And then you get on the stand and you remember that Megan was a bad friend and a terrible person, but you don't remember anything else. And that's unnerving to me. And another thing. What also unnerves me about this, Miss Kelsey, is that they asked Miss Kelsey if she was bribed. And she alluded to it by she was trying to change a few words. Well, not exactly bribed. Well, he didn't exactly say. Well, he didn't exactly tell. Look at me, because Megan said the exact same thing. Megan said he tried to bribe both of us. So when the prosecution says, did he try to bribe you? And she says, not just me. I go, yeah, duh. That's what the story was. Carry on. You know. But she says, he offered, but she didn't take it, is what she said, which is I mean, it's smart, but it's a lie, because you could still go to jail for perjury and whatnot, what have you. Like the immunity doesn't keep her from getting any, and she does have immunity, by the way. She did ask for a transactional or not transactional immunity, or maybe it is transactional immunity. Anyway, it's not total immunity. She doesn't have complete immunity, and they do remind her that the immunity that she received at the beginning of her testimony does not cover her for perjury. So there's that. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? There we go. Can you hear me? Yep, got it. All right, got it. Sorry about that, guys. Where did you? I don't know what you last heard, Flower Bloom. Go ahead and type in the chat what you last heard, so I can go back from wherever the sound cut off at. And that's where I'll go from. So, I'll keep going until I get that from you. So, Kelsey is acting like she don't know who paid for her lawyer. Meanwhile, Kelsey is also sidebar, side note, scoot, caboot. Kelsey is married to a high-level executive for 1501 management company and record label. The same one that's suing Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, she's in litigation with them right now. Oh, yeah, she has a baby by the man. Yeah, sounds a little fishy to me. Nevertheless. No, it wasn't you. It was me. Yeah, Flower Bloom. So here Kelsey is, brand new house, husband 1501, baby, She did a whole diss track. Guess who managed the diss track? Guess who produced the diss track? Guess who's under the distribution for the diss track? 1501. It's true. Suspicious. It's a little weird. It's a little unnerving. Because, 1501 and Meg Thee Stallion had a whole falling out about her contract and about her payments and about her record. And she's got some contractual obligations that she has to fill. And outside of that, she's trying to get out of that deal. And they don't want to let her out that deal because Megan is obviously the hottest artist that's on 1501. She's actually one of the top 10 best-selling artists of 2022. And that's all despite the hate train, the slut shaming, and everything else that's going on with her and with this case. Ooh, so I got somebody that think Kelsey shot Meg. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, okay? I'm gonna give you my theory. But I would love to hear an opposing opinion, and I'm not gonna talk over you. I don't want to fight with you about it. I want to share these points and then kind of see if either one of us are willing to budge, or if we converge in a different place, or if we come up with a different theory. I would like to have a little open dialogue about that. So that's going to be great. I'm hoping that we can get to the bottom of this, because I actually don't think Kelsey shot Meg still. I think that Kelsey's initial reaction when she text messaged Megan's security guard is exactly what happened. I think Kelsey being nervous when the police pulled up is due to the fact that her friend was bleeding profusely in the back of the car, and they were black, and there was a gun that was warm to the touch that was in the car, and there were police surrounding them with helicopters, and she had never been in a situation like that before. I believe that she took the money from Tory. And I also believe that she's trying to protect her husband, who is the executive and CEO of 1501 Entertainment and Management. I believe everybody was drunk. They were all talking crazy to each other. I believe that if Kelsey didn't know that Megan and Tory was sleeping together, but she was salty about it, then I feel like she would have been salty at Kylie. I feel like she would have been the one that was jealous of Kylie and Tory talking to each other and whatnot, what have you, because she's the one that was allegedly in a relationship with him. So why is Megan upset, but you're not upset with me? You don't find nothing weird about Megan being upset. You don't find nothing weird about Kylie flirting with him. You don't find nothing weird about him flirting with Kylie in front of you, even though he slept with you, even if he had not slept with Meg. You didn't find nothing mysterious about that. You didn't have nothing to say about nothing. You didn't have nothing to say about nothing until Tory said something to you. She also went to the hospital to check on Meg. She also texted Megan. This is evidence. There's text message evidence where she texted Megan and told Megan she don't know if she should go to the hospital too, because she's in so much pain from him pulling her out of the car by her hair. She doesn't know if she needs to get checked out or not. This is before they knew. They did not charge Tory Lanez until October 8th. All of this stuff is happening before October 8th. There's no way y'all gonna be able to convince me that Kelsey knew that her text messages were gonna be used. She was sending those text messages because she was talking to her friend. She was sending those text messages because she was talking to... yes, absolutely. There were multiple people DNA found on the gun. I absolutely believe everybody picked that gun up and everybody had touched that gun. I believe that there's a possibility that there was a tussle over the gun. But I also know that there's one thing that Black people know to do when they dealing with a gun, especially in a shooting. Wipe it off. Now it's inconclusive. It happens every day. It happens every day. No, Glib, they're not talking about her sexual dealings in front of her husband. They're talking about Meg's sexual dealings all over the place, but they are not attacking Kelsey for sleeping with all of these men. The only person that's being attacked for sleeping with a bunch of men is Megan, who has made her brand off of sleeping with whoever she wants to, whenever she wants to, particularly rich men. I don't understand what the shock is outside of it supposedly being that they were sleeping together or sleeping behind each other. But it does not appear to me that Tory and Kelsey were in a relationship, because if they were in a relationship, then how is Kelsey didn't give a damn that he was flirting with Kylie? How does that work? How is Meg the one that was mad about him flirting with Kylie? I don't think that was the case. I don't think that. I honestly think, truth be told, I honestly think that everybody was drunk. And I think that everybody was lightweight showing their ass. And I believe that at some point in her drunken stupor, Meg was feeling like she was better than Tory. It's like, he don't get to have all this fun at the party. He needs to calm the fuck down. He got me looking crazy out here in front of these Kardashians and in front of these Jenners. I'm trying to be popping in these streets. I only invited him to come and hang out so that, we can have a little fun. He's supposed to be my friend. We bonded over our parents passing away. Even if I slipped up once and let you hit one time, that don't mean I'm gonna stop being friends with you. And that also don't mean that I need to tell my friend, is what I'm thinking she's thinking in her head. But she was also drunk. So she could have been jealous. If she was sleeping with him, she could have been very jealous. And it's like, no, I didn't bring you over here for that. That's not what I brought you over here for. So I believe that there was an argument between him and her because she was ready to go and he was not ready to go, and she was ready to leave. I believe that is where the argument started. There are arguments between couples that happen like that every single day, strictly off the fact that one of them want to leave and the other one doesn't. Hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. So, I believe that the argument started with Tory not wanting to leave, Meg wanting to leave, Meg making a big deal about wanting to leave because she is a very, very strong, opinionated, outspoken woman. So I absolutely believe she's like, I'm ready to go, god damn it. And at some point, Kylie is like, god damn, hold on now, I don't know how to deal with that energy. You guys have got to leave. So I don't believe it was as big of a deal as they trying to make it out to be, which is exactly why Kylie ain't gonna say much no way, because she wasn't supposed to be having no get together. All of that was happening during COVID, and they had all kind of restrictions going on, and it's clearly was multiple people on the invite as you feel like it going on, and so there was that. But I believe that in their scuffle and kerfuffle, as they was arguing in the car, Tory tried to drop the bomb on her or whatever. And, she like, not that I really care, but, I wish you would have told me. And, kind of going back and forth with Meg, but still telling him, but that don't make no sense that you was acting like that. You done got us put out. Hell. And so when one of the reporters that was in the courtroom said that even during the examination of Megan Thee Stallion, when the prosecutor asked Megan if she insulted his music and if she insulted his career, whatever, and repeated what she said, and Megan, with steadfast strength and defiance, said, yeah, that's what I said. They said that Tory was visibly frustrated, trying to control himself and hold himself back from saying anything to her, even in the courtroom. Now, if we take it a step back, we already know that Tory has a very violent history. Tory has a violent history that is directly related, correlated, and tied into his ego. Tory Lanez has gone so far as to hit women before. It's not the first time he's hit a woman, or has tried to harm a woman. Tory Lanez has also gone so far as to punch somebody who's immunocompromised and sickly and had just got out of the hospital simply because they didn't want to dap him up. So we know that his ego happens to be a problem. We're not going to act like he's not capable of being mad enough to shoot towards her, not having any intentions of hitting her, but shooting towards her in a manic rage to make his point. Hold on, I'm gonna get some of you guys' comments. Let me stop right there and go into the comments. I also wonder what's gonna happen, Flower Bloom. I wonder how come I can't put these as banners. I can only star them, or maybe that's just because I'm using my phone. I won't be using my phone next time, you guys. I just wanted to hop in this before it's getting too late, and I definitely want to go live about it tomorrow. So I wanted to let the case and everything that's going on today kind of build up while I talk about it, and then I'll have something for us to discuss tomorrow as I continue to do my research and do my digging and find as much non-biased information as I possibly can. Glip Talk says, I don't understand the shock. I don't know why. Oh, Lord. Okay. Sorry. Let me go backwards. I'm going to try to say all of that again. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Kelsey is not telling us that she lied today to save herself. She's not lying on the stand to save herself. What Kelsey said was that she lied in September to save herself, which would not be true based on the way that she's behaving. How are your lies detailed and conducive to the evidence? But when you're admitting that you're lying, you have absolutely no truth to back up your story. Now you don't know anything, but when you were lying, you had all kind of details and all kind of text messages that you submitted to the court. You submitted text messages to the court to corroborate your story, to corroborate the story that the prosecution pulled together with the evidence, to corroborate the story that Megan told. And all of that makes sense. And now that's why my phone keep going on mute. Damn phone keep bringing like 40 going north. Now, any other time, if I wasn't on mute, nobody would be calling me. I'm finding my line is dry. I can say it. Sure is. Supposed to be. Supposed to be. Real exclusive. Anywho, Kelsey was saying that she lied in September. However, her new story has absolutely no cooperation with what's going on. She don't have no information that corroborates the GSR. She has no information that corroborates the missing jewelry, the missing nails that she had going on. She has no text message, no conversations, no none of that. But the information that we do have and the evidence that we do have directly corresponds with the interview that she gave in September. So what I believe happened, me personally, what I believe happened is that because the case was supposed to begin in September, she went in there under oath and told the truth based on what she, remembered. After they found out that they were postponing the case, her husband and Tory was able to present her with a proposition. Listen, neither one of us have to go to jail. All you got to do is go in there and tell these people that you don't know what happened. And I'm going to tell them that I don't know what happened. And we're going to convince them that Megan was drunk. So she don't know what happened either. At that point, it's not her word against ours. Nobody knows. They're just going to conclude that nobody knows what actually happened. They won't be able to pin it on either one of us conclusively. So Tory gets to walk free. You get the bribe money, the hush money, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. Then when your husband goes to court against Megan, he'll be able to use the loss of this case against her credibility when he goes to court. And then your husband will then in turn win his case. And then Megan's career is flushed down the toilet. Her contract is annulled. She don't get the money that she's looking for. She don't get the masters that she's looking for. You'll be able to destroy her for hurting you the way that she hurt you. And you get to walk away scot clean with the money, the husband, and you will have destroyed her career. And all you got to do is go in there and tell them you don't know what happened. And then say Megan was drunk and she was mean and she was in a stupor. You'll be a real one for that, queen. Do it for the team. Baby, I love you. You don't want to see 1501 go down, baby. That's a part of us now. You my wife. That's a part of us. If she take 1501 down, what we gonna do? The witness said they saw her and Meg fighting, which is plausible. That does not mean that she shot Megan. I don't even believe that she saw Megan and Kelsey fighting, because truth be told, when you talking about 4 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the night, you being woke up out your sleep and you ain't got nothing to help you out with but the street lights. The tallest thing out there is Megan. She don't know if she saw Tory and Kelsey fighting or Megan and Kelsey fighting. They don't know. That's just like the one witness that said they was woke up by gunshots and then turned around and said that the muzzle flash was closest to Kelsey. How, if the gunshots woke you up, did you see the gunshots and where they came from? Make it make sense. It is propaganda. It is propaganda. Me no like it. Me no like it. Me no like it. It's not giving. It's giving Meg. It's giving Tory has a pattern of behavior. It's giving Meg has a really smart mouth, which I said 2 years ago when we first discussed the case. I said that I believe that Megan said something smart as hell out her mouth, really punched him in the jugular. Them bars is not bars for no reason. Shorty been had bars. She know how to talk. She know how to hit a man in the jugular, kaput, right in the gut. And he has a history of acting out violently when he feels disrespected. Add to that, how did Kelsey get Tory's gun? Nobody's discussing that. We ain't got to that part of the defense's theory. That's Tory's gun. It's definitely Tory's gun. So how would Kelsey had even gotten it in the heat of the moment of them arguing? So that's my theory on the whole Megan and Tory situation. I believe everybody was absolutely drunk, but I totally believe that Tory shot Megan. All of the evidence points to Tory shot Megan. Absolutely, Meg withheld her sexual her sexual encounters with Tory from the public in a public interview because she don't owe y'all that. That ain't nobody's business. It didn't have nothing to do with her being shot. She shouldn't have been shot, and it doesn't have anything to do with Tory shooting her. If Tory is the one that shot her, then I can understand why she would keep that part of the story to herself because it's irrelevant. Her sleeping with him would be irrelevant. He didn't shoot her because he slept with her. He shot her because she disrespected him repeatedly in that car and then got out of the car and walked off on him while he was still trying to have a conversation. Yeah, it's Jola. It's giving let's lie on Meg, because then that covers all bases. Everybody gets to walk away scot-free but her. And she was the one that was sleeping around. And it's giving bull. It's giving Kelsey was mad because Kelsey wanted for Megan to come out and say, Kelsey didn't shoot me. And Megan, I don't feel like Megan had to say that verbatim. And she said it in the song, if you would have just cleared my name, things would have been fine. She did clear her name. She said, Tory, you shot me. She said, hey, you shot me. That's what she said. That clears your name, slow ass girl. And I know she's slow because I see how she acting on the stand, saying she don't know shit that don't directly relate to what she's talking about. You can't say you have GSR on you, but you didn't see who shot the gun, but it wasn't you. What, bitch, we know it wasn't Megan. We know it wasn't the driver. Why would you get on the stand and do that? Girl, why? Because he had a gun. Nigga with a gun tell you to get in the car, you get in the car. That's why they got back in the car. You get in the car. Slinging your friend around by her hair and everything. Get y'all. You ain't never seen what's love got to do with it. You ain't never seen what's love got to do with it. Get your ass in the car. You ain't never seen what's love got to do with it. What happened with Ike when Tina said, no, I'm not getting in the car with you. I'm not getting in the car. No, you let them out the car. Get them out the car. She got her ass back in that goddamn car. That's what happened. They did test Meg. They tested Meg. Meg had GSR on her too, which makes sense if they were helping her up because she had a bloody foot. If they all helped her up to get in the cars, GSR on everybody. GSR travels through your clothes. This would be wrong with listening to those internet detectives because they don't be knowing what they talking about. GSR travels up to 5 feet. It can get all on your clothes and go from your clothes to you. This is why they tell people go wash your hands thoroughly after you shoot a gun, because it can come off. You can wash it off. If you can wash it off, you can wipe it off. Yeah, wreckage. Tory shot that girl just like he went and punched August Alsina because he didn't dap him up. I don't owe you dap, nigga. Excuse me? Daystar, excuse me? Mr. Jefferson, excuse me? It's giving repeated pattern. Remember, he beat the rapper Dax up. He had them go and jump on Dax because he lost a rap battle against Dax. Dax won the rap battle, so he sent somebody to go beat him up. Then he turned around and sucker punched Prince and had to settle out of court for that. Then he beat his baby mama up while she was pregnant. I believe it was while she was pregnant. Don't quote me on that. I don't have my receipts up to be quite accurate, but I'm just going to throw in he beat his baby mama up. Then you turn around and you got mad at Meg and you shot Meg. Oh, you know what? But then you went and punched all this out. This man is out here running amok without any accountability. Without any accountability. And they are screaming about Meg being accountable for her coochie. And it's mainly men who would never be able to pull a Megan Thee Stallion. Now, that's how I feel. It's giving very Tory shot Meg. Tory said that Kelsey didn't shoot her. That has been presented in court. Tory has offered hush money. If Tory didn't shoot Meg, why would he pay Kelsey? Kelsey and Megan not even friends no more. It wouldn't take that much to convince that girl to go and lie on her. And you know what else she's doing? She's not saying that he didn't shoot her. She ain't climbed her happy ass up in that stand and lied to them people. She'll say she don't know. She won't say no, he didn't do it. That's what she won't do. But she will say she didn't do it. And Meg was walking away. And she texted Megan's security guard, not knowing that her text messages will be used as evidence. And she sent 3 separate text messages 5 minutes after the assault happened, which tells me it probably took approximately 5 minutes to get her back in the car. That's why it took 5 minutes. It probably took them 5 minutes to get her back in the car. And she texted, help, Tory shot Meg, 911. That wasn't an accident. Then she said it was, she sent it because she was panicking. Panicking for what, Kelsey? You said you didn't see a gunshot. You didn't see anybody bleeding. You didn't see anybody hurt. And you don't know where the gunshots came from. You just heard them. The fuck are you panicking about? Allegedly, when you got in the car, nobody was hurt. You see how these lies don't make sense? Hush money is an admission of guilt, and I believe that that's why she asked for immunity, because she knew she was going to have to explain that he did, in fact, offer hush money, but she would not be able to say under oath unequivocally that she did not receive it. She could say that she said she didn't get the hush money, but she couldn't say no to the lawyer. She could not bring herself to say, no, he didn't pay for my lawyer. She kept saying, I don't know. How you don't know who paid for your lawyer? Kelsey girl. Kelsey girl. Mm-mm. It's not looking cute. You basically told on Tory, and you don't even realize it. Y'all thought y'all had a plan. Baby, look, you tell them all you don't know, and I'm going to tell them it could have been you. And because it could have been you and it could have been me, and you got motive and I got motive, they won't be able to do it beyond a reasonable doubt. So, we'll be able to get away with it. Only for the judge to say, no, play that interview from September. We're going to let the jury decide which one of you is lying, the today liar or the September liar. We're going to let them figure it out. Oh, and by the way, your immunity does not cover perjury. This story don't make no sense. So even if you don't go to jail for shooting Meg, you're gonna go to jail for perjury. Even if Tory doesn't. Girl, you let them talk you. You let them dick trick you. Girl. You let them hit you with the no snitching. And you gonna be the motherfucker to go down for it. Typical. It's terrible. It's really upsetting. Especially if she did not shoot Meg and she ends up going to jail for perjury. That's up. Because you say if she ends up going to jail for perjury and Daystar walks, that's going to be fucked up. That's going to be stuck. That's going to be stuck. That's going to be stuck. Black woman. Black woman. Black woman. Shit. Shit. And I get you wanted to get Meg back, but one thing about them tables, they always turn. And the you know, depending on the type of people that are on the stand, because it is supposed to be a jury of peers. I think there are only 3 Black women on the stand on the jury, and I believe there are 4 Black men on the jury, and the rest of the jury is mixed up, you know. We want justice. I don't care how drunk you get, you can't shoot me. You can't fucking shoot me cause you drunk and then tell me, baby, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Let me toss you $1 million. So every time you get mad, you gonna shoot me for $1 million? Let me tell you something, motherfucker. You done got away with too much stuff to think that you can get drunk and shoot a woman. I don't even want to say accidentally, because why are you pointing a deadly weapon at her at 4:00 in the morning because you didn't like what she said out her mouth? There's way too much acceptance of, if she wasn't sleeping with her friend, that hoe ain't got the right to shoot me neither. She ain't had a right to shoot her neither. You can leave me alone. You ain't got to be my friend. You ain't got to be my friend. I will take back my cars. I will take back my apartments. And that's not to say that I agree with what Meg did, because I don't agree with what Meg did to Kelsey, if that's what she did to Kelsey. If she did, in fact, call herself catching feelings for Tory while they was in quarantine and sleeping with Tory after Kelsey had already slept with him, she did fall against the girl code. That does not give credence for her to get shot. You're not going to tell me that I don't have a friend that I would shoot over a nigga. I'll stop talking to you, sure. We don't ever have to speak again, sure. We can cut ties. I'm going to wish the best for you, and we're going to keep our energy separate, because I'm going to protect myself, and that's wonderful. And, you know, she might not have been in the best financial position to live the way she had been living by being Megan's best friend, but that was her choice to choose. So when you decide to walk away, you recognize that you're making that choice. You decide that you can't work it out, and that is fine. That is acceptable, and that is okay. You can absolutely do that. You're supposed to do that. Protect your energy. Protect yourself at all costs. Absolutely. However, you don't get to shoot me. You don't get to shoot her. I don't get to shoot you. You don't have anyone to fuck me over. I don't get to shoot you. I would like to. That's why I like knives. See, that goes into a whole nother conversation that we're not having right now. You know, and let me not say you don't get to shoot me. You can shoot whoever you want to as long as you own a gun. You don't get to elude the consequences once you get caught. You can shoot whoever you want when you own the gun. You can do as you so please as long as you have the weaponry. Okay? And when the police come to lock your ass up, you can't tell them you can't lock me up because I got hurt. No. They couldn't do what they did to you, so you did what you did, and now we're coming to uphold the law. You're gonna go take you to jail. They tell me that I ain't supposed to go to jail because I'm a black man. You shot me. I'm not supposed to get shot because I'm a black woman. You see how that works? She was out of the car, okay? She was out of the car and he was in the car. So, according to Megan Thee Stallion, which I totally believe, he stood over the door. So, you know how the SUV is, you got the bar step, you got the step when you in the car. So he's stepping on the step for when you get in the car and standing over the car, and he's shooting at her. And they found bullet fragments, but it was a 22. It's not like it, people keep talking about how they missed bones and tendons. Y'all act like he shot her with a 45. Y'all act like she got shot with a hollow tip 45. She got shot with a 22. Honey, she got shot with a BB gun pellet. That's why she was walking 2 weeks later. She went to surgery so that she would be able to stand without pain. Man shot at her 5 times with a 22. It's a toy. You know how big Megan's feet is? Megan is 5'10". Do you know how big her feet is? Shot her with no 22, talking about how you missed the tendons. How he missed the foot. That's what y'all should have asked. Hell. Dumb questions. Asking all the wrong questions. All the wrong questions. And then I know people were saying that it's ridiculous for him to say dance, be dance, but that's actually something that's personal between the two of them. That's something that they used to do on quarantine radio together. That's something he used to say to her while she was twerking on quarantine radio. So it's actually an inside thing for him to say that. I do believe he said it. I do believe he said it. I heard she called him a beautiful little creative man. She called him a beautiful little creative man. I know his blood was boiling. I know his blood was burling. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful little or something to that effect. Something to that effect. But yeah, that's my conclusion. I wanna let me get the broadcast info. Where's the okay. Oh shit. My bad. I'm trying to figure out how to drop this link using this phone. And well, that's not looking like it's working, guys. Oh, you know what? I should be able to. Hold on just a minute. One moment. I should be able to drop it in the YouTube chat. Hold on, one moment. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. What y'all think in the comments while I'm pulling up this here. I don't want to enter the studio. I want to invite guests. Copy. I'm dropping the link. Okay, I'm dropping the link, Flower Bloom. If you happen to still be here and you want to chime in and give a little bit of razzle dazzle on this, put your spin on it, give me a little trinket, a little kid, a little, little tidbit. Maybe, ask some questions. I might have an answer or something too. I hope I had answers for you today that were sufficient. Wait a minute, is it entering the studio? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to watch it on YouTube. I don't want to do that. There we go. Bam. Oh, you're working. Okay, well, if we don't have any other comments or additions to the conversation, I find it really, 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 really disgusting the way that people are treating Megan Thee Stallion as a victim. It's amazing to me how being sexually active means that people can do whatever they want to do to you, regardless of the law. Like people are celebrating allegedly catching Megan in a lie, because then that means it validates their theory of women being not shit. It validates their theories that if you are sexually active and single or dating multiple people at the same time, or just I'm looking for, if you're comfortable in your sexuality, then that means that you deserve to be hurt. You deserve to be victimized. You deserve to be abused. If you are successful and sexy in any type of way, then that means that you deserve whatever harm is coming your way. Megan being sexually active doesn't warrant possibly dying. Even breaking girl code is not enough for the world to say, yeah, he should have shot her. That's what she get. Shouldn't have been fucking around. What? Because when stuff happened to black men, the majority of the people that you see marching out here in these streets, making signs, starting coalitions, and getting laws passed are women. And it's just tragic that when stuff happens to us, like when George Floyd was killed, we didn't care if there was a fake $20 bill. We didn't care if there was fentanyl involved. We didn't care what he did prior. We didn't care about his arrest record. We didn't care. And every time one of these women dies, should have been careful what man she was with. Should have been watching her surroundings. Should have been careful. What was she wearing? Well, why was she doing out that late anyway? This is what happens when you get drunk. And it's just sad. Because even as I'm saying this, as Megan was bleeding out and hurt, laying on the ground in a bikini, where she had the opportunity to get to safety, she did what most black women do, and that's protect the black man. Most, I ain't saying all, I know everybody got an anecdotal situation where a black woman was being vindictive, and I know that, everybody has a situation where a man has done them wrong, but I'm saying in general, it is amazing to me that there's no space or place that we can be in where we can say, I got hurt, and people don't start asking us questions about what we did to get hurt. That's a real tough place to be in. I don't know that story is true. I haven't actually read that article because when I initially saw the article, it was a clip out. It looked like something that somebody photoshopped. Party knew who Meg was before she got in the industry, and Hollywood is a place where everybody knows everybody, which is why I'm saying, like, how would Tory know that Megan's supposed to have slept with Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons say he don't even know Kelsey. He ain't say he ain't know Megan, but he definitely said he don't know who Kelsey is. He ain't never been around Kelsey before. How would Tory know that unless these guys out here pillow talking with each other? Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. You know, Party knew he was getting Megan Thee Stallion, but I have not checked the credibility of that article to see if he might be embarrassed at the way that everybody trying to clown right now, but that's only because it's a lot of people that's twisting the story. There's a lot of people that's out here saying that Meg admitted to sleeping with Tory, and she did not admit to that. She is still maintaining and said on the stand that she did not sleep with him. So this whole thing about, dropping bodies, this is a he say versus she say. And if you ain't never had a man lie on you, baby, you just ain't fine. Say that. Say that. If you ain't never had one say that they slept with you and they did not sleep with you, baby, just say that. Say that, okay? You know. It usually happens at a younger age, but when people have ego issues and ego problems, and you put them in a position where it could possibly even look like that, motherfuckers will take that shit and run. It has happened. Again, another problem in the community where a man's masculinity is measured in the amount of women that he sleep with. Oh, I got guests in the building. Hold on. Let's get y'all up in here. Let me get y'all up in here. Let me get you guys up in here. Add to the stream.
Oh, I'm on the show.
And add to the stream. Welcome you guys to the messy comeback. With all due respect.
But I'm gonna do it. I was like, keep that in the bank.
What's up? What they do?
Somebody has a little bit of background. Is that you? You got the background, Joker?
Maybe. I'm at work.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Okay. So, guys.
Is that me?
Give me your thoughts.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Hey, mute up for a minute. You got background noise.
All right. I'm going to back out there.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah, tell him to come back up. Tell him just mute when you're not talking. Then
Records, when you come back up, just mute when you're not talking, and then you just chime in when you're ready to chime in. You ain't have to go. Don't go. Don't leave me.
Hey, what's up with this Ben Simmons and the snitching? Why are they snitching on Ben Simmons? What'd he do?
They lying on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons say hell no, Kelsey. Ben Simmons is married. He say he ain't got shit to do with this. He said he
talking about the ass. Did he get married recently?
Don't put him up in this.
I think that's wrong, man. I don't understand these people. Ben Simmons was there. Like, what? Why you gotta do that?
Look, I know Ben Simmons was giving all Nene leaks. Now see how I get up in this. Now how I wasn't even talking about nobody. Now how I get in this.
First off, I know Ben Simmons wasn't shooting a shot at nobody because he's scared to shoot. So he ain't do it.
That's what
he would not shoot.
In the NBA, it is written. Ben Simmons don't shoot the shot. Okay?
He will not shoot. He's passing. He passing. He is scared. He is scared to shoot the ball.
Hey,
Hey,
Justin.
I missed this part. Nisha. Did she get shot in the car or out the car?
She was out of the car, but he was in the car.
Oh, so he was
He
getting
was
out the
still
car.
in the car.
He made her dance.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what this is what he used to do on quarantine radio though. So that's why I was trying to explain to the audience that it was a personal thing for him to say that. It wasn't about him trying to be Yosemite Sam and shooting at the ground and dance, bitch, dance like that. It was more so, oh, you think you funny, bitch? Oh, you think you funny? Dance. Remember when I used to tell
uh,
you that dance, bitch, dance.
that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
We shooting at people.
He's a terrible person. You know, he can't be out here punching niggas with lupus, but he out here doing it, you know. Like,
Hey, how big is Tory Lanez too? That's another question. How big is he?
allegedly, Tory Lanez is 5'7". I'm sure that's
Uh,
with shoes on.
with lifts.
With lips.
That's
With
I couldn't
lips.
imagine being that short. I'd probably shoot a girl too if I was shorter than a girl. I,
Look, they keep throwing around the possibility that they was fighting. Now, we do know for a fact that Kelsey was in some sort of brawl. What we don't know is whether or not she was fighting with Tory Lanez or fighting with Megan. Nobody has been able to credibly establish which one of them she was actually in a fist fight with, because Kelsey has pictures with bruises on her that she essentially sent them to Megan. So if Megan is the one that beat you up, why would you send Megan pictures of you?
Interesting question.
She sent
But
them pictures and then asked her if she needs to go to urgent care because she is in a whole lot of pain, mostly from Tori grabbing her hair and yanking her out of the car. These are in text messages. This is evidence.
mm, mm, mm.
If
So what?
there
So what do
was
you
in
think?
fact a scuffle, oh, go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
What's your perspective on what happened?
My perspective on what happened actually has not changed. I believe Tori and Meg got into it at Kylie's house while Kelsey was in the car waiting for them. Which again further leads me to believe that Kelsey and Tori were not dating at the time. Kelsey went to the car by herself. Kelsey is not the one that invited Tori. Kelsey was not the one that was upset with Tori flirting. Kelsey is not the one that was upset with Kylie for flirt back. Kelsey was just the fuck there, having her hot girl summer. I believe they got into it about leaving. I believe Tori was not ready to leave. He was not ready to go. They was at a Kardashian house. One was gonna just be at the Kardashians' crib like that. He probably
Yeah.
wasn't ready to go. Mind you, he probably wasn't ready to go because he had only been there for a couple of hours. Meg and Kylie have been there drunk all day. They have been there drunk so long that Kylie slept by the goddamn on pool. She took a nap. Took a drunk nap next to the pool. While they everybody talking about how drunk Megan is. Nobody is discussing the fact that Kelsey got so fucking drunk that she was sleeping on the concrete next to somebody else's pool at the Kardashian house.
Well, that had been a
One,
real fun story. She just fell in the pool.
Kelsey was asleep before Tori even showed up. That's how drunk she was.
So maybe she don't know what happened.
Precisely. So maybe she don't, but if you don't know what happened, how you remember everything that Meg did, but you don't remember nothing Tori did. Literally
Mm.
nothing that Tori did, but you don't know who paid for your lawyer either. Everybody
Yeah.
was drunk. I believe they got in the car arguing because Megan was ready to go and Tori was just getting started with showing his natural ass, and Megan was ready to go. And they got into it, and that's what made Kylie kick them out. I'm pretty sure Kylie kicked them out, but she only told Megan that they had to go because Megan is the one that she invited, and everybody else is Megan's plus one. So while they talking about Kylie kicked her
Gotcha.
out for being drunk, I'm pretty sure that's not what happened. I'm 100% sure all y'all was fucked up. So there's no she kicked Megan out for being drunk. Apparently Megan was drunk all day and didn't get kicked the fuck out. I'm pretty sure they got into an argument because Megan was ready to go. Tory was not ready to fucking go because he had just got there and just was ready to show his ass. And Kylie went to go and tell Megan, y'all have to leave. Everybody got to fucking go at this point. They got in the car and argued because, nigga, you got me kicked out of Kylie Jenner's house. Everything was cool before you brought your little midget Mac ass up in this motherfucker with your little bald-headed ass and had your motherfucking hair dye dripping all in the motherfucking pool before you came and had your Beijing dripping all over every motherfucking body while you sweating and shit, drinking this motherfucking Hennessy, bitch. Everything was cool. We was twerking and having us a good time. I had twerked all over Kelsey's motherfucking face. The drunk bitch didn't even fucking know it. And here you come trying to leprechaun the shit up looking for the pot at the end of the motherfucking rainbow and you done got everybody kicked the fuck out. And I'm sure his ass said, who the fuck you call a leprechaun? I wasn't no leprechaun when you was bouncing on this leprechaun dick. And I'm sure Kelsey said, hey, watch it. Don't talk to my motherfucking friend like that, nigga. You don't know who you talking to. That's Megan Thee Stallion. And he said, you ain't listening, motherfucker. I fucked you too. That's what's wrong with you hoes now. Y'all always trying to stick together and she out here fucking behind your back and you got her motherfucking back. I done fucked both of you bitches. And Kelsey is probably like, so, little ass nigga, this is what we do to hoe ass niggas like you anyway. And Megan probably told his ass exactly, midget Mac. You think you the motherfucking shit, but you really only hot because you on the motherfucking remix. You beautiful little creative man, you. Get me out this motherfucking car. And they pulled the motherfucking car over and his motherfucking ego was bruised. And he probably called Kelsey all type of stupid bitches. And she called him all types of stupid bitches. And before she could get out the goddamn car good, Megan was already her tall ass 10 steps and 1 step ass out the motherfucking car, trotting across the goddamn street. And at that point, bitch, don't turn your back on me. I'm motherfucking Tory Lanez. Fuck you, little man. Dance, bitch, dance. Bam.
A very convincing story. They should put you on the stand.
They should, because I know exactly what the fuck happened.
this would happen. And they say you got this old blind ass witness who was sleeping, said he saw everything. Nah, we need the person that wasn't even there. She tell a way better story.
You know, mid argument, she's arguing with Meg too. Like, bitch, you still shouldn't have fucked with him, but we don't give no fuck about you, nigga. You wouldn't even been at this party if it wasn't for Meg. But Meg, you still shouldn't have fucked him. Damn, you could have told me. Why you ain't just tell me? I don't give a fuck if you would have fucked him. You should have just told me. So then when Meg gets shot and they get out the car, here come Kelsey trying to help her the fuck up. But Tory is approaching. So before she could even get to Meg, she got on her, hey, nigga, back your ass up. She tussling with Tory. He done punched her motherfucking ass clean in the stomach. Boop, gave her one. That's what that happened there. She trying to fight him, so he slap her up, get her down, get y'all stupid ass back in the motherfucking car. I know these neighbors heard these goddamn gunshots. Get in the goddamn car, bitch. I got a motherfucking case up right now. Get y'all ass in the goddamn car. So as they trying to go and help Megan up, Megan probably in the drunken stupor crying and shit, mad as hell. Bitch, get your motherfucking ass off me, ho. You let this nigga shoot me. You let this motherfucking nigga shoot me. And that's how the bitch chain got snatched. Because she reaching behind to try not to get picked up while they trying to pick her limping ass up off the motherfucking ground, bleeding and shit. Bitch, get your ass in the car. Let me go. Nigga, you shot me. Bitch, you let this nigga shoot me. Bitch, let me go. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. But her feet is fucked up, so they can drug her ass to the motherfucking car. Kicked the motherfucking shell cases into the yard, got their ass in the car, and dipped. Police came. Police picked them up away from the scene of the crime.
I guess the last question I gotta ask is this, because this is what the part that baffles me. See, he's a little nigga. There's no way a little dude walking around with a 22. That's just against his. He gotta have a big ass gun. That wasn't his gun. Little dude gotta have big.
His gun. He's actually shown that little ass gun for his little ass hands on fucking Instagram before. Now based on angle, it don't look like a 22 when you on Instagram because you get that angle. Your gun look long as hell. You look like it's a fucking green gun. Megan has on a fucking bikini, and so does Kelsey. Where the fuck they hiding the gun?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time a gun was hitting somewhere unbelievable.
It would be for a high profile superstar. We ain't talking about no pros out here. We ain't talking about no toots. We ain't talking about no toots and boots. The short community would like to have
I was about to say.
And look, all short people don't have a problem with their ego being bruised. Tory, however, has a documented history of having his ego bruised and acting out violently. Violently. The man stole on somebody for not speaking to him. Didn't even get to say nothing disrespectful, just for not talking to him. Then he took his little ass online and lied. Talking about, I don't know what nobody talking about. I've been at the studio all day trying to do everything positive. I ain't even involved in nothing this nigga did at all. Y'all know y'all out here lying on the real nigga. Just for their ass to post footage of his ass. Calling him by name in the footage. Hey, yo, Tory, you just knocked August Alsina ass out, didn't you? Yeah, that boy just say he knocked out August Alsina ass out. Hey, Tory just say he knocked August ass out.
Listen, the best defense you can have is it wasn't me.
He was giving
the best defense is it wasn't me.
Doing the Teddy Riley. I don't know what y'all talking about. I've been in the studio just out here making music. I don't know what nobody got going on. Damn camera went off. Free up! He shot her. He shot that girl.
Nisha, I'm about to jump. Good live. I gotta run this building. I get back to work.
Thanks. I'm actually getting ready to go ahead and close this out. This has gone on long enough. Hopefully everybody got a chance to.
Hey,
yes, all
Joker need to come back up.
Artists. Huh?
Joker need to come back up. Joker need to come back up.
He said he at work anyway, so he ain't gonna worry about it. But thanks for having him.
That's what's up. All right, Nisha,
I'll come up because we gonna go live tomorrow, and he's gonna be able to come up. We're gonna finish this conversation up. We're gonna talk about Massage Noir, and we're gonna talk about Miss Andre. That's gonna be on the table tomorrow, depending on what else comes out and what else goes on. Because I presume that the Barbs are probably having a really bad day today. Cardi dropped a remix with a very high-profile Spanish artist, and it was a wreck on Twitter yesterday with as far as cyberbullying is concerned. And then Lotto released the nasty song. You know, I don't know how many of y'all get down with that type of music, but this here little nasty song, he love it when I pull up with no panties on. It's like, come and put this on me. Hey, I like the song. You know, I got a little ratchet in me though. Y'all know I like to keep it regal and ratchet. Regatchet. You know, you got to keep a healthy balance. You got to get you a girl that know how to do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? Do all the things. So we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. Thank you for those of y'all that came and kicked it with me, that stuck around. I see 7 people still watching right now. I got 6 thumbs up. I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all have made this show really amazing, and I'm so happy to be back. Y'all made it so worth it to be back. Bring my people back. Y'all let the peoples know that I am back live, that we are having meaningful discussions, that we are breaking things down, and that the panel is opening up, and that it is free range chicken around here. I would love to show y'all my crop top, but I can't. But this is Savage Fenty X. Y'all know I love my Savage Fenty X and my Savage Fenty X leggings. So I had to throw that in there because I love Rihanna. And if she ever happens to watch any of these videos and I ever get popping one day, I just want her to know I loved you from the beginning, girl. I loved you from the beginning, girl. I'm so addicted to your stuff. You got to save me, okay? Or send me some free stuff. I don't even have nowhere to put it no more. I got so much stuff, I don't have nowhere to put your stuff. But I'm finna go use my 2 member credits to go buy some more stuff today. Oh, man, look, Captivated is shut down for the rest of the season. It's only 2 weeks left until Christmas, and I'm finna spend that dealing with my kids and spending time with my kids and ice skating and going to do a whole bunch of fun stuff together and just really enjoying each other. So I'm not going to link the products until we reopen shop next year, but we are reopening shop next year. If you haven't had a chance to view my short, I think we've made it all the way up to 10,000 views. Yay! I thank you guys so much. Those of you who watched, those of you who commented, you guys have been absolutely amazing. The short is called A Job is a Job. The director, writer, producer, and all of the above is Will Adams. The casting director is Lawrence Johnson. That's my homie. He the one that got me hooked up. If you guys can go and run that up a little bit more, go run their stuff up and get them likes on all of that stuff, that would be absolutely amazing. Also, Wreckage got music everywhere. If y'all don't go and subscribe to my boy, you're crazy. The man got some bomb music out here. I'm waiting on Bounce It to come out. I can't be in that video. But I did do a video with him. We did Mind Control, and he's got a ton of other music that is absolutely off the chain. Real Kanye in the brain, very genius mentality without having the anti-Semitism and the love for Trump, I think. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to my man Wreckage the Joker. Wreckage the Joker, he is in the chat. I'm actually gonna go and pin his channel into the description box when this is over. I appreciate everybody and all your time, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Friday. Be safe, be beautiful, be conscious about your actions, love one another. Let's do better as a community, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.